Hey, what's up? I decided to do this video because I know that you are very busy and you probably have been missing my masterclasses, or I haven't even had the opportunity to invite you to one of the, sessions that I host. So today I'm just going to go straight to really I'm going to break down some of the things you really need to know about data science. I'm going to spend 15 to 20 minutes just exploring and explaining some of the things you need to know about data science, how you should learn data science, the opportunities that are in the data science space, and we'll take the conversation from there. But let me first establish, a bit of background information here, especially if you are too new to the concept of data science. Data science is an umbrella term that encompasses everything around data, machine learning, artificial intelligence, business intelligence, and for some other people, they would say data governance and data structure. It's very easy to understand. Organizations need to make intelligent decisions. Decisions as basic as what type of customers should we be targeting? What are the major, major pain points of our customers? Are we even making money? Where are we making money? Which of our products are really doing well? Very basic, intelligence that organizations need to have to supercharge their businesses, right? Data helps them make those kind of very critical decisions. But then it goes a lot more than that. Sometimes you're just building a data model that helps you to roll out fast decision making, activities. Let me give you a very interesting example. 500,000 people applying for loan in your company every day. Which people should you give this loan to? Which ones shouldn't you even give the loan to, right? So what happens is that organizations build data model that helps them to say, hey, if 3,000 people apply for loans in the past and the default, the data of those people, if it looks like the data of these new guys that are applying, don't give them loan. If 5,000 people apply for this loan in the past, and if new people apply for this loan, and these new guys look like the guys that have returned back, that have paid back their loan, give them loan. Very simple data model like that. Those are the things we use, data science for. But then remember, it can be a lot more interesting, a lot more complicated than that, right? Data helps us to even predict into the future. Who would win the presidential election? Data analytics, data science. But let's take a step back from just theoretizing data science to look at what do employers really look out for? What stacks? What programming languages? How should you even learn based on what employers are looking for? So I'm going to go to my LinkedIn straight up, and I am just going to go here on my LinkedIn and click on jobs. And on jobs, I would say data scientist. I'll click on data scientist here, and then I'll filter by location. I like to filter by location. I'll filter by, London. Let's say I filter by United Kingdom. I filter by United Kingdom here. And then we'll look at the vacancies in the data science space. Just by searching here, there are 46,000, vacancies right now staring at me. And remember, not every company actually even advertise on LinkedIn. So what do you think? So let's look at the opportunities, but specifically, we're looking at what employers are looking for. So, the goal is to explore and see what employers are looking for. Here, I'm going to look at these, I'll just straight look at this part. We are looking for a data scientist to join this company. You will support the research and development, customer discovery, production, and delivery. One thing you need to remember about data science jobs is that your job think about your job as this. You are the custodian of data and intelligence. But different departments, different functional groups within your organization need to make decisions, right? And your job is to deploy data science as a tool, or data science or data as a strategy to help these organizations make decisions. So working with people is a very important skill that you need to have. So working to deliver on the vision of the organization, innovation and analytics, and the industry trusted partner in sustainable aviation. But let's take a look at the core of what these guys are looking for. Number one, they say a demonstrated track record of delivering data science projects. So one thing you should have at the back of your mind is that you want to, before you begin to apply for jobs, right, have series of projects that you have worked on to help you convince the employer that, hey, within this period, you don't even have to mention the period. I've worked on financial services product, insurance product, this yada yada yada, different types of products, right? Another thing most people don't talk about this is the fact that as a data scientist, your leadership, your communication is very important because you're going to be working with different people in different departments. So don't throw away your human relations or emotional intelligence, people's relationship skills that you've acquired over the years. Excellent communication skills, able to work across different departments, engage with senior leadership. As a data scientist, people will be coming to you and be saying, hey, can you help us? Can you help us check this out? What is the data saying? Your job is to be able to work with them, understand their problem. But let's go away from the leadership and the soft skills and go into what are the technical skills. The first technical skill these guys are asking for is strong Python. So you see, Python is a major programming language, SQL skill, and then you're saying your experience with AWS, it's also very important. So put that at the back of your mind. The goal is to look at 3, 4, 5 vacancies and then I round up. Monzo is another very successful company in the UK hiring data scientists. I know Monzo for a fact that they always hire data scientists and they don't give up on that. Let's see what they are looking for. Again, if I run down through the stacks, what will your day to day be? Your day to day, what is this going to look like? Applying your expertise to analyze data. So they say applying your expertise in quantitative analysis, data mining, and then you will be presenting the data to others that need to make decisions, right? So your job is not just to sit down behind the computer like myself here, analyze the data, and then you're like, hey, no. Your job will be to analyze the data and make presentations. So communication is a very important, essential skill here, right? I'm not the one saying it, it's Monzo, so you can trust the employer, right? Applying your expertise in quantitative analysis, data mining, and presentation of data to see beyond the numbers and understand how our users interact. So you can picture this as though on Monday morning, you're setting up meetings with your senior colleagues, you're showing them, hey guys, let's run through what I worked on, or you are even helping them to create this dashboards. Now let's look at what they are looking for in terms of like stacks, right? Did they put it here? Okay. They said, what we are doing here at Monzo excites you. So you are impact driven, you're commercially minded, Let's look at the core ones. You have a solid grounding in SQL and preferably Python. Monzo, another successful bank in the UK, another successful tech bank in the UK, is saying SQL and Python. And one of the things I find even interesting with Monzo and some of these successful companies is that they are saying they can sponsor your visa, they can help you relocate to the UK, regardless of where you're coming from, if you've got these skills. Okay, let's look at 2 more. I'm just going to flip through so that it doesn't look like we're looking at the ones at the top. Let's just look at the ones maybe at the bottom here. Okay, Let's look at Sainsbury. I still don't know how to pronounce this, Okay, let's look at data scientists. What are these guys looking for? Again, on your understanding known behavior and trends across Sainsbury But let's look at the core stacks, because we want to talk about the technologies here. Good. They say extensive programming abilities across Python, strong use of SQL. So you see the same pattern. Python, SQL. Python, SQL. That's the first thing you need to have at the back of your mind. The second thing you need to have at the back of your mind is that if you are coming from a non-technical background and you've done other things outside tech, communication, leadership, working with people, don't throw these things away. They're very essential. They're very important. I'm not the one saying those things. Employers are saying, we want you to work with people. We want you to present. We want you to help us understand what the data is saying. And that's where you need to put your best foot forward. So every time you go for your job interview as a data scientist, don't just rely on the stacks and the programming languages alone and you forget the fact that sometimes, employers might have interviewed 5-10 people and they see everybody very good at Python and SQL, but not really putting out communication, leadership, strategy, working with people, being able to solve complex problems. You need to double click on both ends, the tech and the non-tech skills. Now, let me quickly run through how will Utiva help you, right? Because I think that that's the important thing here. How are we going to help you? So I'm going to go straight to our website and I'll scroll down to our data program, because I want you to see what our data program entails. And every little thing, we have infused into this data program. Now, number one thing is that our data science bootcamp is designed to run only on weekends because we understand that you are busy. Now, we understand that, you can't shut down the week. You have 9 to 5, or you have some other side hustles. So you're learning on weekends, but you have to learn with us for 6 months. Now, part of that 6 months is also your virtual internship. Now, this internship is very critical, right? It's very critical. Why is it critical? Because you need to show to employers that you have worked on projects and you're sound, right? Now, remember, all the classes are virtual classes. The way we have structured our learning program is that you're joining on the weekends and you're getting busy with your instructor. You join on the weekends and you're getting busy with your instructor. What will you be learning? I mean, before I get into what you're going to learn, just take a minute to look at these. We will also coach you on how to apply for jobs, how to apply for vacancies, leveraging some tools, your cover letter, your LinkedIn profile. We will train you on how to prepare for job interviews, yada, 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 all those things. We're going to coach you. But let's talk about the tech side. Now, the training usually starts with the fundamentals of data science. So you start from the very basic. Every of the Utiva learning program starts from the basic, the fundamentals of data science. That's where you're starting from. And then you progress from the fundamentals of data science to fundamentals of Python, fundamentals of SQL, fundamentals of Power BI, fundamentals of Microsoft Excel, very fundamentals. And you move from fundamentals to advanced, right? And that's the way we have built our learning program. You go from fundamentals of the major stacks, the major tools, the major analytical tools, SQL, Python, Power BI. You start from the fundamentals of these things, and then you progress. So from basics to advanced, and then you start to learn exploratory data analysis. And then you go into what is called classical statistical modeling, where you are now taking data, right? You're taking data and you are implementing linear and logistic regression, classification models. The training is designed to help you go from the basic, because we know that you are coming from a non-engineering background, a non-technical background, right? And that's how the learning program is structured. And then you go to machine learning, so you go from fundamentals, from the basic, to exploring, from exploring, you go to classical statistical modeling, you go from classical statistical modeling, and then you advance a little bit to machine learning, and then you get into some other advanced topic and trends. Now, let me say this to you because I know that data science scares a lot of people, right? There's so many people that have come to UTIVA without any basic engineering or technology background. There are three major principles you need to have at the back of your mind here. Number one is you need to learn the theories and the framework. Then you need to work on the assignments that are given to you in class to improve. And then you need to work on your capstone project. That is how to learn. And that's how we will train you. You go from the basic, to working on your assignments. You go from learning the basics and the framework, the structures, and then you move to straight up to working on the assignments you're given in class, and you close that class with, hurrah, your capstone project. Now, one thing I want to talk about is that you will be trained by people like, Rotimi, who is a data scientist at LinkedIn, super brilliant guy. Hannah Oke, who is a data scientist at Capgemini, know that is still pronounced, yes. Someone like, Vangelis, who is a head of data science at Loan2Go, Abdullahi, who is a software engineer, you'll be trained by people like Kabir, who is a data scientist at Gamma in Canada, Keegan, who is a data scientist at Andela. These guys are the guys that will train you. They will coach you and mentor you. Remember, before I round up, our training programs are designed to be foundational friendly, regardless of where you are going to. So if you have made up your mind and you want to really get into data science, you want UTIVA to help you, just come to enroll here, right? Very easy peasy, right? Come to enroll. When you get to enroll, there are three different payment approaches that we've got. You can pay outright, right? Pay outright, pay once. You can decide to do subscription and say $50 per week, $50 per week until you complete the learning program. Or you explore other financing option here. If you're doing $50 per week, you have to pay the $100 first. If you're doing $699, that's the outright payment, you get $699. If you're exploring other financing option, you click on learn more here. It takes you to a new page. And on that page, right, when you get on this page, you have to use this button called Klarna. Klarna will help you. So just put your email, put your name, your billing address, only for those based in the UK, in the US, in Canada, in Europe. Those are the ones that can use this Klarna. You put your email, your name, your address, and then Klarna will guide you on how to learn, by paying monthly installments or learn now and pay later. I hope that helps. 20 minutes, that was my promise. I've explained everything. If you have concerns, you need some level of clarity, UTIVA is always happy to support you. I'll see you soon. I really want you to become successful. That is my mission. That is my ambition. See you in class. Bye-bye.